Good morning, Plano Elementary School. I'm so glad I'm able to be with you. It might be virtually, but I'm still glad that we're able to be together in some form. So let's start our week off just like we would if we were in person with our pledge and pause. Salute the flag. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. P. Positive attitude in all you do. A. Act responsibly in all situations. W. Work hard towards success. S. Show respect to self and others. All right, let's get this week going. So students, we are in virtual learning, as you know. We will have virtual learning today and tomorrow, but then we're going to take the rest of the week off because it's our Thanksgiving holiday. So as long as this virtual learning session lasts, we will still have days off according to our Warren County calendar. So today and tomorrow, school is in session, and then the rest of the week, we will have a break for Thanksgiving. So students, your teachers are going to be meeting with you through Google Meets. You're going to have your own morning meeting. You're going to have a reading session and a math session. And then they will assign you other assignments to do on Google Classroom. But everything will be on Google Classroom. So, and we, parents, if you're watching, we so appreciate you guys helping us out during this time and helping your student get logged on to those sessions. All right, so let's talk about what's going on right now. You know, with the announcement last week that we were going to be closed for in-person school, and just with a lot of other things during this pandemic, it is so easy to get discouraged. And it's easy to think about the things we're missing out as a result of this pandemic. But I want to encourage you to control your own weather and choose your own weather. When you get caught in a negative train of thought, meaning you're thinking about all the things that you're missing out on, it's important to either speak or write to jump your brain onto a more positive track. So you can say out loud the things that you are thankful for, the things that you still have, or you can write down the things that you still get to do, or maybe some new things you get to do as a result of the pandemic. So in my newsletter to our parents last week, I wrote some things that I was thankful for, and I just wanted to speak those out loud to help my brain stay on a positive track. So first off, I am so thankful that we had 12 weeks of school with our hybrid schedule with minimal interruptions. We know that some students had to experience some quarantines, and some staff did also, but overall, we did not have a closure of school for 12 weeks. So I'm really thankful for that, because I honestly thought once we started school back in August, we might get 2 weeks before we're going to have to move to virtual learning. So making it all the way to November way exceeded my expectations. So I'm really thankful for that. Next, I'm thankful for the new skills, the new ideas that have come up through this pandemic. When you're faced with some hardships, sometimes ingenuity happens as a result of that, because we have to get creative. We have to use our imagination to come up with solutions to problems we've never faced before. And as a result, we've done a lot of new things, and we have a lot more skills now. I mean, students, you are using more technology skills than you've used previously. Our teachers have more technology skills also, and we're finding new ways to connect with students. Even if we can't be together in person, just like right now, we can still be together. And just like what I just said, I'm so glad we can be together. I'm so glad we found new ways to interact. You know, we've got Google Meets, we've got live YouTubes, we got our weekly wrap-up, we have Flipgrid that a lot of teachers are using. There are still ways we can interact, and there's some creative ways. Students, I know some of you all get really creative on Flipgrid. So I'm thankful that we still have ways that we can interact. And I'm very thankful for how our teachers have worked extremely hard during this pandemic to reach our students. And not just our teachers, but our entire staff, our classified staff too. They have worked hard to make some home visits, to set up our Friday Finishers program. There are just so many ways that this Plano team has gone above and beyond to make sure we're meeting the needs. And our teachers especially, they've been juggling basically 2 different types of learning at the same time for our hybrid teachers. And that's a lot of work. And it's a lot of new learning and new processes that students, your teachers didn't have a rhythm for this. For many of your teachers, this isn't their first year of teaching, so they have a rhythm of how they teach, and that allows them to work efficiently. But when we have to start from the ground up with a totally new set of rules, it takes us a while to get our momentum built and going. I'm so proud of our teachers for what they've done. And students, I'm so thankful for you. You have been given so much more ownership of your learning this year than ever before, because most days of the week you haven't had a teacher who's sitting or walking around the classroom, making sure that you are staying on task, doing your work. So there's been a lot of responsibility placed on you to make sure that you're learning. But you guys have done fantastic, and I'm so thankful for what you've done. And I hope we keep that going forward, even after we're out of this pandemic. And I've got to give a shout out to our cafeteria staff. Miss Wada and her team have done an amazing job of feeding us during this pandemic. And they have to fix multiple meals per day because they're fixing what we use in person, what we eat when students are here in the building, but also the meals that we're sending home too. And they are still providing meals. So if you need a meal, you can come by school between 11 and 12:30 today or tomorrow, and we will be able to provide you meals. These are free of charge. So parents, if you need to come by, we can do that. There is a bus delivery that will take place. I don't have the route information for that yet. But if you need something, just stop by the school and we'll get it for you for this week. I want to be thankful, I am thankful that our school is a bright spot for learning. We were named that by a committee that did a study about what schools are giving more value to their students. And Plano was one of 47 schools of the over 1,000 schools in Kentucky to be named a bright spot for learning. It just reminds me how this is a special place to be, to learn and to work. And parents, I'm very thankful for you. Thank you for having such an increased role in learning this year. You are having to do a lot of that monitoring of making sure students are logging in, making sure they're getting their assignments done. And you're doing that in addition to your full-time job or whatever other responsibility you have at home. And I know right now that parents, a lot of you didn't make this choice to be in virtual learning. But we appreciate you giving your all for your students. And we are still here. And if you just get those students logged on to those Google Meets, our teachers can take it from there. But parents, I really appreciate you during this time. And I'm thankful for my family too. Everyone can relate to how we've been spending more time with our family during this pandemic because we can't go out and do other things, and a lot of things are canceled. So we spend more time together. So I've been really thankful that I've been able to see my daughter grow up. She's 2 years old now, and I've got to really spend a lot of time with her that I probably wouldn't have had the chance to spend as much time with her if the pandemic hadn't taken place. So I encourage you this week, speak things you're thankful for, write them down, and that will help get your brain back onto a positive and a more thankful track. All right, I've got one more thing for you. During this virtual learning, we're going to have some challenges from our related arts teachers. And we thought this week, we've got Thanksgiving coming up. You might be eating a lot, but we have got to keep our bodies moving and so we can stay healthy and keep a healthy frame of mind too, because keeping our bodies moving doesn't just affect us physically, it affects us mentally too. So here's some information from Mr. Smith. This week, we're going to be improving our fitness by using different emoji faces. So we're going to send to you on your Google Classroom a link to this challenge. And you see there's lots of people doing exercises on here. But on the center, there's a video. And what you want to do is you hit play on the video. And it goes, and then when you feel like you're ready, hit pause, and you see there's emoji there. So I got the smiley with the hearts. So what I have to do now is I have to find that emoji, and I see it's right here with the push-ups and the modified push-up. I have to do those for 15 seconds. So I would go and do those for 15 seconds, and then I get up, and then I would come back and hit the emoji dice again, and I hit pause, and I got the crying face, crying. Oh, I got to do burpees. Burpees are tough. So students, this is a great way for you to stay active and to, when you've been sitting at your computer doing some work, take a moment, pull this up, and just get exercise and get your body moving. And we would love to see you doing these exercises. So on your Google Classroom, we will also send a Flipgrid link where you can put a video of you doing some of these exercises. So show us how you're keeping your body moving, and we'll stay. This will help us keep positive, have a good frame of mind, and stay healthy during this Thanksgiving week. All right, that's it for our morning meeting. I hope you have a great week. Parents, don't hesitate to reach out to your teachers, and students too. Your teachers are available, and every teacher will have an hour of an hour of availability. We call it office hours, where they're going to send out a Google Meet, and they're just going to sit on that link on that meeting, and you can log in during that time and get any help. So students, it's there for you. If you just got a question, find out what time that office hour is, and then you can hop on there and get immediate help from your teacher. All right, let's have a great week, Plano, and we'll see you around.